Even though it's copyright free, someone has been trying to claim the music in my videos as of late, which is kind of odd. Like, go make your own videos. Why don't I text you back? Let me actually see where I may have missed your text. Direct. Okay, messenger. I don't see a message from you, Anthony. Let me look at my done messages. Yeah, Anthony, I'm not seeing really anything from you that pretty much wasn't anything I already answered. Yeah, I'm kind of happy they said that Tommy wasn't dead too. The only issue that I had with it was you brought back the family members of all these survivors, and the one death that kind of made me cringe and laugh at the same time was the relative of Jenny Field. Her trying to use the Jason mother is talking to you spiel. And the way Jason reacted to it was just like, I have a pickaxe, a tiny pickaxe. Come here, not again. Like, she didn't even have the sweater on or anything, which you'd have figured, you don't have the sweater on. Your family, I can't remember if it was her mother or what, but you'd have figured that would have been pivotal information she might would have wanted to share with her. Maybe just a tiny bit. But overall, I liked it. I enjoyed it. All right, let me get all these back up. Main folder, because I don't want to miss Paris's stuff. Like, holy shit, man. They make all of this stuff on the actual Facebook page kind of really difficult. Pulling up my notifications for that so that way I can get Paris's stuff a little bit more simpler. There we go. That's what I needed. You say you sent 2 videos though, Paris? I only see the one. She was a potato. A burnt potato. I'm sure there's a way you can somehow stream that Demon King. There should be somewhere that you should be able to stream it on. Just Google it. I'm sure it's there's a possibility somewhere, especially someone of your age. If you're under 18 and can't watch it, you should be technologically not illiterate, but literate enough to search through the interwebs and find that. Oh, one is a vid, the other is a link. All right, I got you. We'll check it out after the video, or after the commentary video. Either way, you know what I mean. You get the equipment on. Keep putting the mouse over here, and let's get over to the commentary screen. I don't think they did, Ty. Because, I mean, judging by everything, I think they put the good portion of their budget into CJ Graham and Jason's costume. Like, when are they making a Friday the 13th? It's been a long time. Not for a much longer time. Not until the copyright issues are settled. One way or the other. That's what I was wondering, Death. When Elias supposedly resurrected Jason the first time after he drowned, I was kind of wondering, like, what the hell, like, what happened after that? Because you would have figured, if that's the case, how did Jason get away from Elias to even be in the shrine? Or did Elias stay with him in the shrine? Like, there's a lot of questions I have regarding Elias being the one that brings Jason back. And then showing, for anyone that hasn't watched it, spoilers, Jason does show some conflict here with what he's doing, as opposed to Elias's will. Which I might do a commentary on that. Obviously, I'm not going to play the video, especially if I do it on stream. Because everybody should have access to the movie. If you're on YouTube, you should have access to it. Unless you're underage, like Demon King, and then you have to go about it of an alternate means. But the way I would want to do it like how I'm doing this, and do the commentary like that. So that way we can all watch it, we can all talk, and all of that. Will do, Paris. Will do. Yeah, I mean, you should. There shouldn't be any issue with it. Like, as long as... Because, I mean, technically you should be able to change your birthday on there. Unless it's something that you absolutely need as accurate as possible. But I mean, it depends on how bad you want to see it. Like I said, there should be other methods to check it out. Yeah, Death, I remember. Like, as soon as I saw that scene, I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. If he did that, at what point did Pamela start getting her hands dirty? And Did she know about Elias this entire time? Or did Elias take Jason, do what he did with him, and kept him hidden in the woods away from Pamela? And Pamela acted out on her own with Elias also killing. Like, that is what brings about the questions of it. All right. So we're going to jump into it. Get this movie started. We're going to be watching Blair Witch 2 Book of Shadows. Then tomorrow night we'll hopefully be finishing off of what seems to be us coming to the end of the Blair Witch video game. Then Tuesday, probably play a little bit of Dead by Daylight, because from what I understand, that's when the Stranger Things DLC comes out. So I definitely want to level those guys up, and I'll be talking to you guys on the stream. Wednesday, we might do a little something different. Oh, same, Demon King. Once Comic-Con comes, I am ready for that. But alright, here we go. So, do you guys have your movies ready? If not, I can give you about another 5 minutes or so to get yourself set up. And then we shall begin. Tommy just had no reception. It was like he was out somewhere, just in the middle of bumfuck somewhere. The way he was cutting out. Yes, Death. That's the impression I got with Elias. Especially the end with the death certificates. That kind of indicated to me that he has the same abilities as Jason. Which could potentially make him a whole lot more deadlier. Let me get my player set up. And then we will truly begin. Isn't it? Where are you? Oh, there you are. All right. So, as usual, I'll be giving the countdown. Once I say hit play, you hit play, I hit play, we watch the movie together. Blair Witch 2 will begin. So, on your mark, get ready. We're doing it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Play. It's been a while since I watched this too. I remember buying this on DVD when it first came out because I didn't watch it in the theaters. Blair Witch is evil. Evil. But not as evil as Ghost Abbey. Ghost Abbey is incredibly evil. As evil as her kitty. Holy shit. I remember that old MTV news feed. Holy shit. I actually want to see that review from Roger Ebert. Because that Blair Witch Project would strike me as a movie that he would hate. Granted, he hated everything, but still. But Ghost Abbey is gone. Blair Witch is juicy. Oh, yeah. Have you ever seen the Blair Witch? She's got the juiciest tits, bro. Juicy. When titty contests. Like, I wonder why they didn't stay with the found footage aspect with this. That damn dog better be alive tomorrow. I imagine Devin and Isabel are... they probably already checked out spoilers to see what happened with the dog. Goddamn juicy. I don't know why it just makes me laugh. Almost like if it was Sid Haig doing that scene. What the fuck is it? I know. And I said, I know, man. And I know. What kind of fucking conversation is that? Oh, the feeding tube scene. Oh, that just looks so fucking painful. And then it's like he's just like feeding it in. Oh, man. I couldn't imagine that. It's just looks fucking painful and gross and everything. Then to see I'm like foaming. Now, what kind of fucking therapy is that supposed to be? Spraying someone down like that with a fucking fire hose in the shower. We'll see you in the next one, Duh. I will give Ghost Abby your regards. Not a bad soundtrack so far, especially intro into the movie. Definitely a good tone setter. The commentary live streams, where everyone is everyone's friend. That's how we do it on the live streams. We're all friends here. We the live streamers. Yeah, you do that, Demon King. Be sure to send it. I'll share it in the streams. I'm always a fan of sharing people's art. That cemetery looks like it'd be a great place to film like a zombie, sort of like a Night of the Living Dead esque kind of scene. My favorite look of all the Jasons is part 7. That's the definitive look. Cosplay wise, because it's simple yet very effective, is part 3. But overall, my definitive look that I love with Jason is part 7. Yeah, I had no problem with his height in Freddy versus Jason. My problem with him was making him move like Frankenstein's monster. Because I mean, Richard Brooker was tall. Like he played a relatively tall Jason, but he didn't move like Frankenstein's monster. I've seen some places like that. Hey, what's going on, Buzz? We are about 10 minutes and 30 seconds into Blair Witch Book of Shadows. How you doing tonight? Yeah, that whole scene when the tanks are being shot at Jason and he's just like slowly moving through them. I would have liked to have seen him put a little bit more hustle. The closest we got to that was like a power walk in the dream world before his non existent fear of water was exposed. Which I can't wait till we get to the next Blair Witch movie because I want to see if there's any references to this in there. Obviously, there's references to the first one, but I don't know if there's any references to this. Yeah, I saw that, Buzz. I saw you were uploading some of them. I haven't checked it out yet, but I'm definitely going to be hitting them up. Like, rest assured, I will be there. Possibly even dropping a comment or two, but JG's always watching. Start talking to myself in the third person. About myself in the third person. I don't want to be that guy. Exactly, Ty. There should have been no reason that Jason was afraid of water. Ever. When he's already had more than a handful of victims that he has drowned in water. Now, if I remember right, this movie has some like Easter eggs here and there. I can't remember the DVD, like exactly what the DVD said, but there was certain things you had to look for and clues that you were supposed to put together some kind of subplot mystery, if I remember right. I gotta find that DVD and watch the special features. See what the fuck they were talking about with that. It's been well over a decade since I've done that. The Richard Brooker Jason Demon King is from part 3. Hey, what's going on, Devin? How you doing? We are currently 14 minutes and 30 seconds into Blair Witch Book of Shadows. Hey, I know those rocks. That was in the video game. Well, you didn't exactly wait for an answer on that. I mean, Devin, it's not a. I wouldn't say it's a must watch, so it's not surprising a lot of people wouldn't have it. Considering, what was this? This came out what 2000? So what, like maybe 3-4 years after the first one? So like there was a lot of Blair Witch mania going on, so they came out with this. And they didn't exactly follow the format of found footage, which they should have done. But I mean, it's a decent enough kind of flick that tries to fuck with your mind. Hey, what's going on, Ranger? How you doing? Hello, Juicy Ranger. Hey, what's going on, Isabel? Which, have you and Devin cheated and looked at spoilers for the Blair Witch game yet? To make sure the dog was alive? I'm just checking. See, there's no fucking way with the reputation that those woods have that I'm getting that fucked up while camping there. Yeah, Ranger, we were just talking about Vengeance before the movie started. Ooh, excuse me. She finally got to see Chapter 2 yesterday with you. I remember you were saying that in the Discord about seeing an IMAX. How did she like it? Did she get scared? Angry? Did she hurt you at all, is what I'm asking. Oh, thank you, Demon King. I'm glad you guys enjoy pretty much the reviews and theories. It's always awesome to see you guys react to them like that. She didn't get too scared to hurt you, she didn't get too scared to hurt you, Devin, did she? I was about to say Paris. Like, wait a minute. Because we know how that scale with Isabel goes. That anger on this side of the scale is always heavier than any other emotion. Hey, welcome back, Ghosts. I don't know why I just picture Ghost Jason like coming out of the water like in the Disappear music video with the sickle. That should be your introduction from now on. Really, Ranger? I mean, I watched Vengeance, but which theory were you referring to? Because I was probably wrapped up into the story. I didn't really pay attention to it. Because normally I divorce myself with fan films from anything else that came before, just so I can go in with an open mind. Oh yeah, those Never Hike Alone sequels. I cannot wait. I'm especially excited for Never Hike in the Snow. Yeah, Jason wasn't playing in Vengeance at all. Like he was fucking running through everybody. The Bear Witch Project. Clever. I can give her credit on that goal. It's a goal. Buzz. How violent was the fan film? Very violent. And lots of nudity. There's a reason that age gate is on there. Oh, this kind of looks like it could have been a setup for Friday the 13th. Maybe it was the inspiration they had for the remake, the beginning. Was that really the Necronomicon, though? Or was that just a more represent, more so black magic represented? Because I saw the book, and that was the first thing I thought of was Necronomicon. But the pages and the covers don't match any of the Necronomicons that we saw to date. I thought they were just saying that Elias was using black magic in order to perform the resurrection. I mean, I have the movie in my watch later in my save list, so I'm gonna be watching it again, definitely. And when I watch it, I do want to put a closer look on that scene to see how that book looks. It said custom Necronomicons and no copyright. They wouldn't have to worry about copyright. Because of it being a fan film, they could use any Necronomicon they want. With something like that, they could put the book in there, and the way fan films work, as long as you're not making money from it, you can throw anything in there you want. Like, they don't have permission to use Jason and all of that because it's a fan film. Like, they can do absolutely anything they want and throw anything they want into those movies. Yeah, Ghost, my thing was with the whole Elias resurrecting Jason aspect that I have questions. I have questions of how we go from that to part two. And I hope they make more movies to answer those questions. I don't know, Isabel. I think he just likes sharing them with the chill community that we are. I don't know. You guys are all obsessed with the Blair Witch. Maybe she had something to do with breaking all your fucking shit. Like, I'm starting to see some issues with these supposed fans that wanted to go into the woods and see the Blair Witch. And now they're all freaking out that freaky shit is happening. Oh, you said you made a remake Jason jacket. Nice. Yeah, that music video was really good. Like, I've watched it about half a dozen times now. And still probably will watch it a half dozen more tonight. Starting to see where it seems like they got a lot of these aspects and put them into the game from this movie. I accept it, Ghosts. I accept it. Oh, shit. Am I ever going to do a commentary on Evil Dead movies? Absolutely. As well as the Child's Play movie. I'll be doing a commentary on a lot of movies. No movie will be exempt. Friday the 13th, a full moon, and Scooby Doo's 50th birthday. That was a good day. Oh, I fucking forgot all about Toy Story coming out too. Ghost Ship in Gothica? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ghost Ship especially. After playing Man of Medan, I definitely want to rewatch Ghost Ship now after that. Do a commentary on Vengeance? Yeah. I'll do one. I mean, obviously, like I said, I won't be playing the video on stream because I don't want any kind of a threat of a copyright strike. Well, that just looks fucking creepy. And of course, Amanda has joined. Like, really, Amanda? Oh my god. Oh, Halloween is going to be after Blair Witch. I just needed something to get us a little closer to Halloween, or at least in October. And if I started Halloween now, even if I did one movie or two movies per week, I would have finished early October, and I didn't want to do that. All right, I put Nightbot in timeout. I mean, wouldn't you be able to tell that the dogs are, like, not real? That is right. Jay and Silent Bob are coming back. Hey, what's going on, Gunner? Or should I say Geek? How you doing? Personally, Ranger, from a standpoint of overall entertainment, I do enjoy 2018 a little bit better than 78. But 78 being like the established, uh, basically establishing the Michael Myers character, I do hold a soft spot for that. But if I am putting one versus the other on the scale that I look at as far as rewatchability, like how I ranked the Friday the 13th films, I would almost be inclined to put 2018 over 78. But also 2018 does have some Friday the 13th-esque moments, and I gravitate towards Friday the 13th. So that could be also it kind of skewing my vision there too. Why does Pennywise eat kids? Why can't he just eat adults? He can. He can eat adults. The thing is with Pennywise is over the years, he developed a taste for kids. Sort of like let's say you're eating hamburgers all of your life, and you're eating the fattiest version of ground beef for years, and then someone gives you a 99% lean hamburger The tastes are night and day. But once you go to one, like you're going to probably favor that really lean meat. With Pennywise, he probably started eating adults, but then once he ate kids and then the fear seasoned how they tasted, that became his favorite meal, which explains why he takes the form of a clown. Red Dead Redemption 2, or I haven't played 2 yet. 1, I love the zombie version. I hope they actually do something like that for 2. Because with those graphics, a Red Dead like zombie version would be awesome. What's up, Geek? Oh, no worries, Geek. We're always here for people to come and go as they please. Ronald McDonald is Pennywise. Oh. Those sound effects just kind of make it feels like you're getting stabbed and someone's just grinding the blade on your bone. Like in your hip. Every time I hear that sound effect. Yeah, I think if they did an Undead Nightmare 2 for Red Dead 2, I would buy that in a heartbeat. That's what would get me off my ass to actually buy that. But right now, playing Blair Witch and Man of Medan and trying to get through Man of Medan with everybody surviving. And of course, Dead by Daylight. That's always my main go-to. Oh, your Nightfall Bane is done. Nice. I saw you doing the veins. Now, what did they bring back with them? I remember when I first watched this and I saw the little ghost girl walking backwards and saying you brought it back with you. I thought it meant that the witch came back with them. But I'm wondering if they brought something from the woods itself. And that's what kept the witch with them. How would I continue the Phantasm series with the tall man even though the actor is dead? Well, I mean, considering with that series, that's a tough one because those movies need to be redone from the top down to me. Like, as much as I love the first one and I love Reggie Bannister, once the last one completely left a bad taste in my mouth. If anything, I would probably scrap everything except the first one and continue with someone else in the tall man's place. Because there's no way you're going to replace Angus Scrim. There's no way. Oh, I would love a standalone sequel for the Jackal. So I think this movie would have been a lot better if they would have cut it as a linear movie, not giving you glimpses of the future and seeing how things ended up coming about. Like that scene where he's like, it's an accident. Okay, so I know someone's going to die, and I know who's not going to die because I see him. I see everyone being interrogated except one person. Or two people, rather. Ash versus Pennywise. I think... I mean, the fanboy in me would say that Ash would win. But my brain is telling me that Pennywise would win that encounter. Honestly, I think you would have to go about the tall man in a different kind of way. Like, because you wouldn't be able to mimic anything that Angus Scrim did. And you would have to kind of tweak the concept of what the tall man was. And the whole alien aspect. Do you guys think I'm abusive to Devin? No, not at all. Call help for Devin. She's gonna do it again. Homelander versus a hypothetical adult Brendan Breyer. I would probably go with Homelander. Because I think Homelander would not hesitate to kill Brandon at all. Where Brandon seemingly needs to be provoked in some kind of way to be the aggressor. The veins, to me, would be a 10 because they look realistic as hell. That's my honest opinion on the geek. When I saw them, they looked realistic. The way you had them fading in and out of the skin looked great. So, did she see all of that too? Or did just... Yeah, she would have had to have seen that. So, wouldn't she have also known of her intentions? I mean, true, Buzz. Ash can beat Deadites and pretty much battle them from here till forever. But I think Pennywise is kind of a different story because of him being able to manipulate reality to a physical degree. Like, I mean, the Necronomicon and Deadites and the Kandarian demons can do some of that too, but I think they're not anywhere near on the power level of Pennywise. And then knowing that Pennywise can feed on that, and he doesn't require possession to touch you. No, I think the show for the boys is going to play out super differently. Oh yeah, Geek, I can share them. I don't know, Isabel. There's got to be a reason why you don't want to show yourself on camera with sharing the costumes, especially in the Discord. I'm thinking, and this could just be another dark theory, but I'm thinking if for some reason Devin disappears and his body is found with bruises or any kind of injuries, Isabel does not want her picture to be shown to the chat because she would be the number one suspect and she would have to be on the run and keep her image a mystery. I don't know. After all that shit, I'm going home. Like, fuck that. Been funny. She like says that and then walks back out, and they're all like fucking, pretty much like whipping it all out, so to speak. See, Isabel, I told you that scale, anger is outweighing everything. I mean, you could be right. Ash definitely. I don't think. I don't think it's a slaughter by any sense of the word, especially given Pennywise's weakness to suggestion, so to speak. So I think Ash could use that in his favor. But I could see it definitely going either way in that particular interaction. She's angry. She's as angry as Isabel. Deadliest incarnation of Charles Lee Ray. I'm guessing you mean like which movie version? Like as per sequel? It's like he's running his own little madhouse. If that's the case, I would probably... I'd say the first one. Chucky was never quite as scary and as deadly as he was in the first one. At least to me. Like, just that end scene of the burnt up Chucky body with him walking and holding the knife and walking slowly. Shit. Yeah, there's no way I'm fucking sticking around hearing kids crying in the fucking woods and shit like that all around you. You see the blood on it. Next custom is going to be a burnt Chucky. Oh, if you could get it to look like the way it looked in the first movie, that'd be fucking awesome. So I guess that's his future, being in an electric chair. So would say, Chucky. Why, yes, Paris. Yes, they did. I believe someone did say Chucky. Hey, what's going on, Bob? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Got Chucky watching Blair Witch with me. Snag Chucky off Amazon and hunt for Roy and Michael in the wild. Ooh. Are you a virgin? Well, I mean, considering I do have kids, so unless I am supernatural. Why is Chucky chunky in the face? That's just how kind of the good guy dolls are. If anything, I don't think his face is actually big enough when you compare them to the Trick or Treat Studios one. But considering the price for this guy, the price point, and the way the box art and all that looks, I think that is pretty much probably the best you're gonna get for about $90. But Isabel, if you come to Comic Con, I'm gonna see you anyways. Yeah, like when I saw it and it was like the only one that was at Spirit, I was like, fuck it, I gotta get it. Because I mean, I have no idea when I'm going to get the Trick or Treat Studios one, if I ever get one. But having this guy in the collection is the next best thing. So you're not going to take a picture with me, Isabel? Is that what you're saying? Not even if I'm dressed as Batman, you're not going to take a picture with me. Oh yeah, Paris. I know you're ready. Especially after getting what you got. I know you're definitely ready. JG Bat. What you need my opinion on, Paris? I'm gonna have to photobomb you then, Isabel. I'm gonna find out where you're at and just stealthily move into the picture as Batman is known for doing. Oh, same goes, same. I think that could work, Paris. I mean, they kind of tried to do the found footage Michael Myers thing in Halloween Resurrection, but I think if taken seriously, it could definitely work. But I think because with found footage you can't use music to really get over, and Halloween is really music heavy, I think the one thing you gotta rely on is that breathing. Like having Michael breathing the way he does under the mask and using that to your advantage. Being too mean. I'm putting you back in the closet. found footage Jason movie. That could kind of work. But I'm really skeptical about a found footage Jason movie. I mean, I'd watch it pairs. Yeah, I'd be happy with Womp Stomp taking the rights for Friday the 13th. Especially after the Disappear music video. Like, they show not only do they get Jason, but they can consistently bring you that tone that they set up in Never Hike Alone. And I think that's something that needs to be carried over from film to film. If anything, put him in Frank Mancuso's position and let him oversee the franchise. Doesn't necessarily have to be Never Hike Alone. Just let him oversee the franchise, sort of like Friday the 13th's Kevin Feige. Are you still going to be, because you say you're not cosplaying Bane on Saturday, are you? Geek? There's a lot of things that is in this movie that just doesn't seem to make sense. Like, you know who it is and you know what you have to do, but they do it and they still fail. So it's a lot of nonsensical things that I'm starting to realize after not watching this movie for a long time. I will see you after the stream, Amanda. Maybe. Maybe Chucky will see you. Thoughts on the quote, Skeet? I mean, I think that's a good call. Oh, that'd be a nice touch. Especially for other people that understands those languages. Why you mean to me and Devin, Isabel? What did we ever do to you? I mean, do you need a hug? Do you want to bring it in? You want to bring it in? We can do this. Just, all you gotta do is get closer. Bring the phone or whatever you're watching it on closer to you. Come on, let's do this. Come on, Isabel. Come on. I know you're not doing it. Come on, bring it in. Let's do this. We good now? Are we good? Or do you just want a high five? I can give you a high five. Put your hand to the screen. Keep your hands away from me. But Isabel. Wait a minute. That's completely inappropriate hand gestures. I'm so sorry. I do this. I don't want to do that because that indicates something completely different. High 10. Yeah. That's how we do it. We all good now. I don't know. The guy that plays the sheriff is actually a lot better than I remember. I gotta look up to see what other movies he might have played in. I wouldn't know why Isabel's blushing, Devin. What's going on, Ethan? How you doing? I mean, some people just like soft hugs and bringing them in. I'm like, come here. Come here. And I guess she kind of took the... I mean, I did say this is kind of an inappropriate gesture. But I mean, when I give hugs, I'm trying to bring you in and like grab you, like the claws. But I mean, I guess that can be it can be construed as something else. Oh, he was Robert. Okay. I don't think I've seen that. Like, that's perfect. Like, fucking everyone's fucking hallucinating and going fucking nuts, and he's got a shotgun. I mean, would a body really stand like that? And how fucking long has she been dead? Because it looks like it's been a while. Do you need another hug, Isabel? Do you need another one? Or do you want another high five? Handshake? Is Restream a real person? Yes. What you're seeing on Twitch, Ethan, is my YouTube chat. And they are seeing you on YouTube. So it's all collectively you guys are chatting with each other. The only thing Restream does not work on is Facebook, where you guys can see everything that Facebook people are typing. They can't see a thing that you guys are typing. The budget for a Friday the 13th Part 13 should be probably, I would say, 15 to 20 million max. But how? What kind of technology would do that back in 2000? Just from those keystrokes. Yes, that's what Restream is for, Ethan. It's essentially so you can restream on every platform that you want to stream on and collectively be able to see your entire chat from all of those things condensed into one window. I think it was Halloween 2018 was around like closer to about 20 million when it was all said and done, Ty. Oh, thank you for the follow, Ethan. I greatly appreciate that. So I'm wondering if they're actually seeing all of this, or is all of this like just the witch still fucking with their heads? I couldn't imagine running through the woods butt fucking naked, going to attack people. And if she's putting the tapes into the ground, who's filming? And what happened to the tape that she's filming with? Oh, that would be a complete mind fuck. Yeah, I think this movie could have definitely have been better. Just watching it now, when I watched it at the time, I was excited for it, but now watching it in hindsight, I think this movie could have been a whole lot better, Horror Boy. Also, wanted to say hi. Shit. I just saw the question and wanted to answer it. How you doing tonight, Horror Boy? Thank you for coming to the stream. What's my YouTube? Let me drop my link real quick. All right, my link should be up there for you, Ethan. Hey, what's going on? Was it Didacticus? Said this movie was a joke before it was scripted. I think, like with most movies, the writers had or what they thought was a good idea and just did not know how to put it to paper. Well, that's good to hear, Horror Boy. Thank you, by the way. She's screaming into a pillow right now. But I think with this movie, it should have probably went through a couple of more drafts and probably taken a little bit more seriously before actually putting this to into production. Oh, thank you, Tragic Stacks, for the sub. Oh, you're Ethan from Twitch, too? Oh, shit. Nice. Sort of double dipping a little bit. Gave me the follow and the sub. Holy shit. Thank you, my friend. Glad you're enjoying the stream, and I'm glad both you and Horrorboy are enjoying the channel. Hope to see a lot more of you in the streams. Ooh. You hear the snap. The Redneck in Vengeance was very Tom McLaughlin-esque. Like, I didn't necessarily want to see him die, but I knew he was going to. But was I the only one that thought he looked a little bit too much like Abel? Oh, I didn't even know that about the original directors for this movie. Makes sense, though. And why we got what we got. Did I see The Strangers, too? You mean the one, Strangers Pray at Night? If so, yes, I have seen that. My thoughts on the 2016 film? To be honest, I watched it once and I was kind of busy writing, I think a theory video at the time. It was either a theory video or I was working on something else for either YouTube or one of my cosplay videos that I was doing prior to YouTube. And I honestly didn't pay much attention to it. So I'm very anxious to rewatch it with you guys where I'm sitting right here focused on it with nothing else aside from chat. But that will be next Sunday, Horror Boys. So be sure to join us for then. And you'll definitely get my thoughts on it as we're watching it. Welcome back, Isabel. Which I would have thought with him looking like Abel, they would have wanted him to play a part similar to Abel instead of just a random redneck on Vengeance. You went off the deep end a little bit there. You gotta let it out, Isabel. Just let it out. Excuse me. Oh, yes. At the Blair Witch is definitely Halloween. But since you guys like the ranking videos so much, I'm definitely going to be doing a Scream ranking video next. Not my next video, but the next ranking overall, I'm going to be doing Scream. At least that's what I have planned. She's a witch, man. Yeah, Isabel, you know we love you. Oh, man. It's like when you get something stuck in your throat and you're trying to cough it up. I thought this part kind of dragged on a little bit too long. Like, it made sense of why they would show it, but you could have cut a lot of this out. Yeah, we're going to be sharing some stuff tonight. Yeah, the Blair Witch lore itself is extremely creepy. The Spirit of Haddonfield, I have not watched it. Actually, wait a minute. Yes, I have watched it. That was the one they just brought out, I believe. I was thinking for a minute, but no, I watched it. I mean, I thought the score was awesome. The overall soundtrack for this movie was incredible. Ooh, you still hear the snap. You said it's non-canon to the entire series. I wouldn't have went that far. I mean, granted, the movie definitely had some problems, but I would at least kept a condensed version of these events as canon to add to the lore. Oh yes, I remember the Blair Witch craze. I was fuck, because I thought we did this in the last I thought we did this in the last commentary for the first Blair Witch movie. And like because this was 2000, I think the first Blair Witch came out in 97. 97 was that? So I was like 14, 15 years old. So I definitely remember the Blair Witch craze. I remember all the documentaries that came out and everything. Oh yeah, I like the Bane quotes, definitely. Do I have a favorite Bane quote? Nothing off the top of my head that I can think of. All right, so that was Blair Witch Book of Shadows. Definitely a movie with its problems, but could have been salvageable if the script would have been handled a lot better. You said 1999. Okay. And so I would have been like 16 around that time then. That sounds about right for the time. All right, but yeah, that was Blair Witch Book of Shadows. I believe I already said that. I did. Favorite Leatherface would have to be, personally, I like the remake version of Leatherface a lot better than the original Gunnar Hansen version. But the original Gunnar Hansen version should have been given more movies to be fleshed out. But I think when you're comparing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original, compared to the remake, I think that's one of those instances where the remake did help improve on the original. Oh, I remember. Everyone thought I was, like I said in the last commentary, that I was one of those people that thought that shit was real, not just because of the movie. I know movies can be, I even knew back then, documentary style movies, found footage movies can definitely be faked. But what got me was when they started doing like TV specials based all around like stuff with the Blair Witch and everything, the history of like Rustin Parr and all that shit. That is what started getting me to think like, wait a minute, this shit might actually be real. And it got me hook, line, and sinker on that. Do I like Paranormal Activity? Yes. The thing with me, I know a lot of people despise them. I understand that completely, and I respect your opinion on it, but I love found footage movies. I absolutely love them because I find it very easy to immerse myself in those films. And a lot of the times when it's found footage, they can put a lot of quality into the effects because of how cheap it is to shoot. And it really helps. Like if you watch, maybe not the American version of Quarantine, but the Spanish version, Rec. If you watch that movie, part 1 and 2, those movies are fucking phenomenal. I love those movies. I had both of them English dubbed. And I want to see if I can't try to find them. I would love to do a commentary on that, but I'm not sure how many of you guys would actually have it to do the commentary on. Did I say Gunner? I don't think I did. Least favorite horror franchise. I don't think there is one. I mean, there's movies that I like. I don't really want to watch, but franchises, there's usually not many I'll shy away from. Usually, I'll watch anything, or at least give it a try. All right. So now we've reached the sharing portion of the stream. So allow me to queue up some things. All right. Now, where is my... There's my Chrome. There's my Chrome. Why are you not on Google Chrome? There we go. I'm on Camp Juicy. You got to come down for a bit. Be easy, Camp Juicy. You shall return. All right. Let's see. Actually, you know what? Let's go into game mode. So that way I got that up there like that. That's a bit better. So that way we can share some of this shit. Alright, so we're starting with Paris tonight. I'm going to share some of his H4 shots. So I'm assuming that you're H4 directly out of the box, Paris? You said if Hollywood came to me asking me to come up with a new horror genre character, what would it be? That would be something I would need to sit down and think on. Because that's not something I have off the top of my head. Because I would kind of want... The way I create, or I would want to create characters, is I would want to grow them from the ground up. Their backstory. Why they're killing. If they're wearing a mask, why they're wearing the mask. I would want every basis of that character covered up to the point of the events of the movie. Might be overthinking it, but that's just the detail-oriented mindset that I have. You said fresh out of the package in that photo. Nice. Are you going to customize it? Oh, I see Ranger pretty much asked that too. But they actually did a really good job with the sculpt and everything. It looks just like it from the movie. Let's get it in the shadows. Yeah, that's fucking dead set. Oh yeah, I definitely agree. It's perfect as is. Did you find because I saw you were wearing coveralls in the one video. Are you finding the actual coveralls at some point that he wore in the movie? Or are you just running with the coveralls that you got? Like that dark shot is fucking great. Get a shot of you. Glad to see that the mask fits well, though. Especially considering that the mask itself, at least my 78 mask, is huge, which is why I had to stuff it a bit. But how big would you say that is? Is it about roughly the same as the 2018 size, or a little bit bigger? Well, thank you, hard boy. I'll definitely be glad to see you in joining the family and being a part of Camp Juicy, which that is a reference to Friday the 13th remake. Which, if you haven't had a chance yet, I do recommend checking out that commentary just to understand all the juicy references. That first hour of that stream was nothing but juicy on juicy action. Oh, okay. So yeah, that'd be a hell of a nice fit. I might I might try out to get all the stuff for an H4 at some point. All right. Let's check out the video though. Let's get this up. There we go. Yeah, because I see they got the neck extension too, which is a nice touch. It's a nice little H4 detail. Which I wonder if they're going to do a variant with the flesh tone with the white hair. I mean, I never hated the H4 mask. I always thought that the expression that he had on his face was more so that he was always kind of surprised. So it took a little bit of the fear away. But from what I understand, it was essentially another version of the Kirk mask. They just didn't exactly put enough time into painting it because of how quick production was. That's like it. It's really, really good. I like that. I like the mask itself. I think they did a great job on these new Halloween masks. I mean, of course, I had to get the 78 though. The 78, that's my baby over there. One of them. All right. You say you got a video link? All right. Which I don't know if I should watch this, Paris, just because it looks like someone else's stuff on YouTube, and I do not want to hit that kind of issue again that we got out of a couple of weeks ago. So I'm going to probably watch that off stream later. just so I don't get a strike. I don't even want the threat of a strike. So let me X all of these out real quick. Yeah, the Halloween 5 mask. Well, Trick or Treat Studios did a hell of a job um, recreating the H5 mask. It's still a terrible, terrible mask. By far the worst Halloween Michael Myers mask to date. Yep, I'm getting to your stuff now on Discord, my friend. Let me take down Chrome real quick so I can go grab all of that. As well as some of Geek stuff too. Because Geek, you shared your stuff in the Discord too, didn't you? Oh, no worries, Paris. No worries. Oh, you said did it on Facebook. Okay, no problem. I can go get it. I thought for some reason I saw it on Discord. Halloween with the Trump mask painted white. That'd be fucking hilarious. All right. So let me jump over to a little bit of Devin stuff here. First up, we got Carnage. Which I love that Carnage suit, by the way. Which I wonder, just by looking at that with the pattern, Devin, if you ever thought about puff painting over the pattern with the actual colors to really give off that kind of wet look. I mean, that'd be a hell of a lot of puff paint, and that's a hell of a lot of work. But I just think of how the overall design would come out and how it would look, like looking like literally like a symbiote, like how it should in the movie, or at least live action. But that's a hell of a design to actually do. I'd be tempted to actually try it, depending on how much I paid for it. So that's the one that he wanted to wear with you wearing the one as Venom. Why didn't you? Or especially if you guys would have took one together fighting. That would have been fucking epic. and would have been really in the season with Absolute Carnage arc going on right now. Like, that would have been a great shot. So then we got the next one. As you said, this was your kid brother, Devin. I do like that Spider-Man costume, though. I like that. Got the goggles and everything. That shit looks really, really good. Oh, I found him on Facebook, Geek. So either way, you were good, my friend. Ah. Yeah, you did like really good with the costume here. Especially the pose. The pose is spot on. I like that. Let's jump over to the next one. And there is Isabel's costume that somebody would not wear. Especially with that costume. I almost wish Isabel would have gotten a costume. So that way you guys could have took a picture of you guys fighting in the symbiote costumes together. That would have made for an epic fucking shot. And I would have loved that. But just the suit alone, like, that looks really good too. I couldn't imagine if I took that idea with the whole puff paint thing and applied it to this, considering how much black is on Venom. But would definitely give way to a lot of good ideas. But definitely be cool to see at some point. If Isabel ever comes out of her shell. Oh, that was me. Okay. Yeah, it was from my daughter Bella's video with her doing Tattletale again, and me popping in on her video as Michael Myers. Let me move on. Now, I wanted to ask you about this mask, Devin. Is this the NECA one that they were selling at Spirit? Oh, okay. Yeah, because I saw it at Spirit and I was thinking about getting it to go with my costume now. The only thing is that kept me from it was if I do get it, I kind of want to repaint it. And I'm not, at this point right now, ready to jump into that kind of a project. Even though it seems simple enough. But I would kind of want to repaint it and sort of add my own chevrons to it. But how's the quality of it? It looks nice and thick. Like, I mean, overall, still definitely a good mask. I think right now, with a couple of the projects that I want to put together, it's not something I would really want to get knowing what I want to do to it. All right, let me exit that out. And now here we go. Here's Masculine Geeks Veinage for Bane. Like, that looks fucking great. Oh man, if only you did it with like sort of like the glow in the dark paint or glow in the black light, and you had like a Venom tank that had the black light on it and would help it glow on you a little bit. But I mean, granted, in Baltimore Comic Con, at what point are you going to be in a situation where it's going to be that dark? So I could understand not doing that. If it was like something like Otakon or something where things can carry on into the nighttime, that'd be a hell of an idea. But something like Baltimore Comic Con, there'd be no point for something like that. But the veins look great. Let's see the next one. Yeah, because they look natural. I think that's what's getting me more than anything. They look natural as fuck. Am I doing whose stream, Isabel? Whose stream would I be doing tomorrow? Look at, there we go. Now that, like, seeing everything going down the arm like that, although I'm not gonna lie, it does make me think of the Joel Schumacher Bane, how his veins looked, but that's still good nonetheless. Oh, thank you for the follow, my friend. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Let me look up your name so I can thank you properly. Panchito. Thank you for the follow. And I hope to see you in more streams to come. So, am I doing a stream tomorrow? Yes, I am. I will be on stream tomorrow, where we'll be playing more of Blair Witch. Hopefully, from what it looks like, we should be rounding the end. So we'll finally figure out what happened to Bullet. I'm streaming just for her. Alright, looks like we got pretty much everything shared, I believe. Alright, Isabel, I look forward to it. But with that being said, oh shit, I still got my Chrome up. Now, where's my Juicy at? There you go. But I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I want to thank all you guys for sticking around. And hopefully tomorrow we find out what happened to Bullet on the Blair Witch video game. And I will do my best to not make Isabel mad at all. I will pinch myself every time I get an urge. But I'm glad you guys enjoyed, stuck around for the stream. Also, like I said, be sure to hit those like buttons so that way you guys stay getting the notifications for these live streams, and as well for the Dark Theories, rankings, and all the other videos I have planned for the future. Ooh, and let me get a good stretch in before I give the sign off for the night. As always, I am JG Dark, and thanks for watching.